I've had this generator changeover switch for quite some time, often referred to as a transfer switch. It's to be installed, but I've just not got round to do it, so I thought, you know what, let's have a play. Often these switches are used to forward and reverse a motor, but in this case how I'm going to have it is number one is going to be the mains coming in, number two is going to be the generator or the inverter in this case, and in the middle is off. So it always has to pass through off before making a selection, and there's never going to be two feeds coming in to the house at once. I've just opened it up to expose the terminals inside. Now if we see on the left hand side, we've got two terminals for number one marked, so you can have live and neutral going into there. Number two on the right hand side, you've got another hot and neutral on there. And if we look underneath, you've got bridge terminals where one will come out. So you've got two inputs and one output. So what we're going to do in this test, inverter coming to the right, mains coming into the left, and we're going to have a load coming out the bottom, and we'll have a go. Just drawing up a quick diagram of showing how one of these should be wired into your home. So we've got the grid coming in on the left hand side. On the right hand side we'll have the generator. So at the bottom here we'll have it going to a fuse box or distribution board, and then the load at the bottom. So at the moment the generator's switched on. This is mark 2 and this is mark 1 and 0 is in the middle. Generator's hooked up and there's no way the grid interfering with the generator. So change it to number 1. The same thing, the generator can't interfere with the grid and vice versa. Right, let's get wiring up. So over here we've got the mains plug to plug it into the grid. We've got a bit of flex here to connect up to the inverter, and we've got the load at the bottom, a little extension lead that's going to go in the bottom of this. So let's get wiring up. That earth was a bit tricky, but can't have it without it. Sorted. So here's the test rig all set up. We've got the mains coming into that extension lead in the far left corner. That's going straight to the transfer switch under 1, and then under 2 we've got coming from the inverter, and then on the output we've got that little extension lead at the bottom going to that light bulb pinned up on the radiator. So I'm getting ready to switch on and see where it takes me. So the transfer switch is set to number 1, which is our grid setting. I'm going to engage the power and the light bulb should come on. Right, so up to now everything's working fantastic. Here we've got our backup power source already kicked in, ready to go. This is a pure sine wave 3 kilowatt inverter. It can do 6 kilowatt at peak for 5 seconds. It's quite an impressive bit of kit. I've got a few other YouTube videos knocking about on my channel about this, so if you're interested in that, go and have a nosy. At the moment the transfer switch is at marker 1, so we've got the grid coming through powering the light bulb. What I'm going to do is simulate a power outage. You'll see the light bulb go out and we'll transfer to number 2, which is our backup power right here. But just to let you know, you don't usually change a changeover switch under load, because it can cause arcing in the terminals and damage the terminals. You'll always isolate the supply or take the load off before you do this, but because this is a little 60-watt light bulb, I'm not too worried about that. So let's simulate power cut. Light bulb goes out, change the transfer switch over to the backup power. There we go. So we've got the backup option not interfering with the mains grid not interfering with the power inverter, so you can actually have this set up in your own home and you don't have to worry about powering the outside grid, killing some utility worker working on the lines. So this is quite a safe way if you know what you're doing. So as always, please like, comment, subscribe, get discussing, and I'll see you in another video.